who be the latest? Can't be locked up in them cages. Start living up to what the f*** you think your stay is.
But hey, what about it?
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going egg, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going egg, they were like, ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
Yes, I'm go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Go that, 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 go that.
Man, they even got enough change in the meter. Double part looking like Bane in the beater. Her friend keep helping detangle the weave. Only jumped in the front seat to play with the speakers. Let my plans, judge on my plans. Plus when I stop at my customized fans. Plush like brush like plus I got them up. Plus I pen them every truck. I hop out the roof. Yeah, dime on my left wrist and she got the flu. Yeah, watch look like Chex Mix is post up be blue. She know it's 2 seats, so she leave her best friends. Bust out my dad face. Your chain is
Yes,
a
I'm
neck.
go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Left wrist go that, right wrist go that, necklace go that, sis go that, sister go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me.
I had to hit my designer for stinks. Double dip mine in the bleach. I'm blocking for sure. I'm popping down Miami Beach. Pull up like LeBron with the heat. I bought a crib in the crib with the orange shit. Beach at my mouth, but I can't see me walking there. I whip a Tesla, but it ain't no charge of that. I call up Cohen Brianna, been parking the top. He bot seats. I'm watching Archer. They cop like stop.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. You talk about this Giant defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Off play action. Sherman. But he's got Smith here. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now Miller on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Stop. 17. Ready.
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. This defense for the Falcons, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Let's take it at around the 40. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's a screen for Robinson. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. The Falcons are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run with Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw. Sherman. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. He's got room at the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Hand off now to Robinson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 4. Robinson with another carry. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Ready. Hey, go furious. Ready?
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Steal. Check steal.
Going in motion left, that's Campbell.
Stand.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Hey, check mega. Stand.
Here's Miller looking to throw on 2nd down. He finds McCoy. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Looking to throw. Miller. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Forced out to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
On 4th down, Miller. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Strike. Ready.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Miller. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Sherman. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sherman. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill right through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
38. Ready?
To throw again. Miller. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Sherman. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A gain of 12 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 34. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check mega. Set.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Miller. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Strike. Check. Strike.
Barkley inside handoff. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Off the play fake. Miller. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Striker. 3-3.
Looking to throw. Miller. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, but it was a downright miserable 1st half that's carried over with an interception to begin the 2nd half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's 1st play.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the 1st play, that may have derailed this drive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun. Sherman. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Robinson up the middle to about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Sherman. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
They're big a spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Robinson toss play left side. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to widen their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the double. Smash, smash. Hut, hut.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second down and a run by Robinson. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Sherman. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Sherman. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Sherman sets up the screen to Robinson. Finding space at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Down at the 25.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Sherman. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Sherman. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple. Throwing Jones. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jones back, a couple of fakes as he'll set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. He connects with Hyatt. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Sherman. And a quick throw here that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 3rd and 3. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 123 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Giants' 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Sherman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Biggie.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Flick right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Falcons, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I can get it gone in a blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the money in the middle. Boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles, now I see fiddle all around me. He little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money, who he talking to? Homie hopping, need a they also. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is Topic Discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably